Hi everybody, it's Michelle Bradford, a parent's advocate. I know the last time that I did a video, I left it as your only rights right now after your children or child have been adjudicated dependent by the system is to love your children and to focus on your case plan. So today what I wanted to do was talk a little bit, just a very little bit about the case plan. Your case plan is a weapon that the department handed right over to you. It's also your act of love toward your children. And you're probably going, how in the world could that possibly be my act of love toward my children? You're going to have to do some self-reflection, and you're going to have to look inside of yourself and say, where do I really need help? And I'm not saying that you abused your children. I'm not saying that you were a drug addict or an alcoholic, or you were neglectful, or you left your kid alone, or that you beat the living daylights out of them. Because from my experience with people and parents, and including myself, a lot of people that end up in the system didn't abuse their children, don't have alcohol and drug problems, aren't neglectful. In fact, a lot of them are very responsible. The sad thing is that they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. But we all have something. We all have a quirk. Now, my quirk, I can tell you, I was a coward. I could never make up my mind about anything. I was always indecisive. I got confused easily. People were able to manipulate and control me. I didn't trust in my own intuition. Of course, my biggest problem was at the time was I didn't trust in God. If you trust in God, He gives you intuition for a reason. I got into my position because I trusted a relative that I never should have trusted. And you know, deep down inside, I knew that. But I went with the flow, and it all led into me getting my children removed. Okay, so here we go again. Why is your case plan your weapon and your act of love toward your children? Let me tell you. Now, on your case plan, you're going to have to do parenting classes. That's one thing. More than likely, you're going to have to go to anger management. You're going to have to see a psychologist, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, once a month. And you're also going to have to pay child support, more than likely, if you have a job. And you're going to also, part of that plan, that parenting plan, is for you to visit your children. As far as your parenting classes and anger management, I kind of lump those two together because those two will teach you conflict resolution. They will help you to be able to deal with not just your children, but everybody. You know, the people that sandpaper you the most, your caseworker, maybe the judge, maybe your attorney, you know, maybe the foster parents, maybe, you know, your kids are in with relative care. These people are not always easy to deal with. It's true. So you are going to have to use your parenting classes and use your anger management classes to figure out how to deal with and how to talk to these people and know when to bite your tongue. The other thing is the psychologist. I know that when I was going through it and I was visiting my psychologist, he ended up being my friend and my ally, as did my parenting mentor. I'll go ahead and say her name, Cindy Miller. She's still my friend, and This was back in 1995, and here it is in 2016. And she has stayed my friend. And even your anger management coach. I mean, all these people can be your ally in your corner because they get to know you the best. Especially if you're honest with yourself, you're going to be honest with them. And I can't stress, do some self-reflection. I'm not saying that you're this bad, horrible, mean, dirty, bad person that did something horrible to your child. Like I said, I get it. I know that more than likely you did not do something horrible to your child. And then my last thing is visit your children. And I know, I'll be honest with you, they don't make it easy for you to visit your children. And I know that, I'm sorry, I try not to cry. It's very humbling to have to go to a visitation center to visit your children for maybe an hour or two a week. And I know that it is disheartening when possibly your children don't show up for the visit. I also know that it's very disheartening when your caseworker doesn't back you up, the foster parents don't back you up, or the relatives who are taking care of your children do not back you up and do not support you visiting your children. But I'm telling you, do whatever you can to visit your children. And when you are with your children, make sure you hug them, you love them, you talk to them, color with them, play a card game with them, bring things with you to do with them. I remember I colored with my kids. I played games with my kids. Do what you can. And again, I can't stress to you enough how important it is. This case plan is very important. It's very vital. It is your weapon. It is your act of love for your children. I hope this helps because I'm being honest with you. And I'm not sure that a lot of people are going to be honest with you. And I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy. My children were taken September 5th, 1995. 6 weeks later, because originally the four younger ones were taken. My 5-month-old and my 2-year-old were returned to me. My 10-year-old was never adjudicated dependent. From that point when my other two, my 5 and 4-year-old, were adjudicated dependent, it took me 2.5 years to get them back. And I actually had to do my case plan more than once. It's typical. So don't let anybody tell you, oh yeah, just do your case plan and you'll get your kids back. It's not that cut and dry, and it's not that easy. But don't give up. Don't give up. Your children deserve your best. Your children deserve your fight. So, go fight.